What's Gucci, everyone? It's AJ here, and today I want to do a video series that hopefully I actually will complete to its full extent, which is Linux command terminal knowledge. And in these videos, I hope to go over basic tidbits and terminal knowledge that anyone should know in working with a terminal, because working with Unix and Linux servers is very important, or working with Unix is very important, which Linux is the kernel that Unix works off of. So in this tutorial, we're going to be going over some basic commands and then ending with a command everyone should know, which is man in the terminal. So right now I just have my terminal opened. It's I use Zesh, but if you have Bash, that's okay. And if you don't know what that means, that's okay too. So some quick terminal things you can do is, let's say for instance, I have a huge command right here, and a login.vt.edu.rlogin. I have this huge command here, and I suddenly want to go to the beginning. Well, I could press my left cursor and go all the way back, or I could do Control A. And Control A brings me to the top. So maybe if this is VTSSH, I could add VTSSH. Also, if I'm at the beginning and I want to go to the end, I can do Control E. Control E takes me all the way to the end. If I type in, that will give me an error because that doesn't actually do anything. If you don't know what SSH means, don't worry. I'm going to cover that in another video. So that's probably my favorite thing, is Control E and Control A are pretty good. Also, if I do, let's say I do ls, which lists all the files and directories I'm in, I can do ls, and I'll do man ps, and I'll quit out of that. I can do Control L to, as you saw right there, Control L to clear my terminal, because sometimes it gets really fogged up and there's all this stuff in it and you just want to look at one thing. So if I have all these things, I can do Control L and that will clear it, which is very nice. Now, so let's say I want to rerun a command again. I could press up or down to go through recently used commands, but maybe I ran a command a really long time ago, and I can also press Control C to kind of cancel whatever I'm doing and go and just start a new command line. Now I can press Control L to clear it again, and what I can do is, to run something recent, I can do Control R, and Control R will allow me to type in things. So what I can do is I can type in ls, and as you can see right there, I can type in LSS, and now it says it's failing, but it says back iSearch, and so it's looking for ls. So if I type in L, it identifies that as being ls, as being the most recent command. Or if I do Control R, and let's try that SSH again, and oh hey, it has that huge command, so I don't have to retype that again, and I don't have to press up a million times to get to it. So that's very nice. But now we're going to end with a Linux terminal command, because those are my favorite shortcuts in Linux. Now we're going to do something called man, and man stands for manual. And so if you have a question about anything in Linux, for instance that ls command, I can type man ls, and it's kind of like the helper manual for Linux. So if I type in man ls, it's going to bring up the guide on the ls command, and as you can see here, ls is list directory contents. Now if you do man in your terminal and it doesn't have all this nice color coding, don't worry, I have some customizations around it because I use OhmyZesh. If you haven't heard about it, you can look at my GitHub, or you can research yourself, OhmyZesh, and it just makes things a little bit nice. It's not really that special in this case. So then I can read about it. I can read about how it lists several of the directories. I can read about the switches on it. So I can do LSA, include directory entries with names begins with a dot. So I can do ls-a and get all these interesting documents. So I can get more than just doing ls, because it lists everything with a dot in it, which is very nice. I can also I could change my directories, which I have an alias. P is not a command, it shouldn't work in yours, but I also can do man, and man will bring up man. Format man is a command, so there's a manual page on the manual. So it formats, displays the online manual pages. And then it teaches you through some config options, which you really don't need to do. You also, if you know C, a lot of the Unix pages will have C commands. So for instance, if I want to do a man on a common function like printf, I could do man printf, and I could read about formatted output and maybe some cool switches or symbols I can add to the format to get certain things to appear. I can do man malloc, so I can do some cool C things. I can do man grep, which is another command I hope to go over, and that will bring up grep and all the switches you can add to that, and also the format you can use in it in the synopsis, as you see right here. So it's pretty cool, it's pretty easy, and pretty informative. That's all I got for you guys today. It'd be really nice if you like this video. It really helps me out with the gods of YouTube, or whatever you want to call it. And you guys have the best day of your life. And please comment, I'll try to get back to you.